Okay, so let's move to next question, question number 10th. From the given data set, determine angular dispersion by the prism and dispersive power of its material for extreme colors. तो आपको डेटा में, गिवन डेटा में what you have been provided is, आपको सबसे पहले refractive index for red color is given to you and that is 1.62. Refractive index for violet color is given to you, that is 1.66. Angle of dispersion for red color is given to you, that is 3.1, right? And you are supposed to find out, आपको फाइंड क्या करना है, आपको फाइंड करना है angular dispersion, मतलब delta VR. This is first thing that you're supposed to find. Secondly, you're supposed to find omega, that is dispersive power. And what formulas we are supposed to know? So first formula that we are going to need is delta VR is delta V minus delta R. Delta R दिया है हमको, delta V दिया नहीं है. So to find out delta V, we need one formula. So to find out delta V, what we need is this. So we need delta V is, we know that delta V is A times of mu V minus 1. ये थिन प्रिज्म के लिए होता है, राइट? और हम लोग देखेंगे ये प्रिज्म थिन है, ए की वैल्यू स्मॉल आती है, वी विल चेक दिस आउट. और ए की वैल्यू कैसे निकालेंगे, दैट्स अनदर टास्क नाउ, क्योंकि वी नीड टू नो ए वैल्यू, वो हम देखेंगे आगे कैसे फाइंड करना है. दूसरा ओमेगा, व्हाट वी नो अबाउट ओमेगा इज ओमेगा dispersive power delta V minus delta R upon delta Y. delta Y is मीन कलर, और मीन कलर के लिए delta V plus delta R by 2 ही लिखते हैं हम लोग. So this is what we are going to use. Easy है, so let's solve it now. So first of all, we know that, हमको क्या पता है, that delta R is equal to A times of mu R minus 1. तो यहाँ से मुझे मिल जाएगा A, that is angle of prism का value, that is delta R upon mu minus 1, if I am not wrong, right? delta R हमको दिया है 3.1 और mu R refractive index for red color is 1.62. 1.62 minus 1, उन्होंने NR लिखा है, मैं mu R से डिनोट कर रहा हूँ because this is how I like it. So A is equal to 3.1 upon 0.62, 1 and 5. So angle of prism is 5 degree and I told you that it is a thin prism, हम लोग prove करेंगे. So hence prove that the prism is a thin prism. तो जो prism हमको दिया हुआ है, it is a thin prism basically. Okay, right. Then A वैल्यू मिल गई. अब ये A वैल्यू हम लोग डेल्टा V इक्वल टू A इंटू म्यू माइनस 1 में यूज करेंगे to find out delta V. A value is 5 degree and this is 1.66 minus 1. So you have to solve this and you will get it to be 0.66 into 5. 0.66 into 5 is 3.3 degrees. So 3.3 degrees मिल गया. Therefore, delta VR angular dispersion is delta V minus delta R and delta V हमारे पास 3.3 आया, delta R हमारे पास 3.1 है. Sorry for the disturbance, as I told you I'm traveling, so the sound will keep coming in between, noise basically. So 0.2 degree का आपका angular dispersion आ गया. And in the second part we were supposed to find out dispersive power and that is delta V minus delta R upon delta V plus delta R by 2. So delta V minus delta R we already know is 0.2. Delta V plus delta R 3.3 plus 3.1 by 2. So therefore omega will be 0.2 into 2 upon 3.4 plus 3 7.4. तो ये आपको सॉल्व करना पड़ेगा and finally after solving this you will get 0.0625 क्योंकि ये 1/16 आता है around. This is 1/16. 1/16 is 0.0625. So you have 0.0625 as your final answer because this is 6.4. 4 by 6.4. 0.4 by 6.4 is 1/16. So 0.0625 आता है. So as you can see, question is not really difficult. क्वेश्चन इजी था. Only thing was that you need to know formulas, you need to remember formulas, what was angular dispersion, what was dispersive power. तो इतना पता होता तो what was the formula for deviation through a thin prism, delta v equal to a times of mu v minus 1. So you can solve this question pretty easily. बहुत easy question था. Next question. Refractive index of a flint glass varies from 1.60 to 1.66 for visible range. Radii of curvature of a thin convex lens are 10 centimeter and 15 centimeter. Calculate the chromatic aberration between the extreme colors. So if I am not wrong, this type of question we have solved in given example, solved example basically. So it is simple thing. आपको बोला है refractive index of a flint glass varies from 1.6 to 1.66 for visible range. मतलब for violet, for red it is 1.6. आपको पता होना चाहिए refractive index for red is 1.6 and for violet is 1.66. Okay, so refractive index for red color is less than violet. This is what you should always know. Refractive index for violet is greater than red. ये मैंने लिख के भी दिया है आपको when we were talking about dispersion of light. मैंने आपको लिख के भी दिया है ये सब. Anyways, and for convex lens we know already. Convex lens के दो surface होते हैं. R1 equal to 10 centimeter है and R2 is equal to 12 है, 15 है, 15 centimeter है. तो ये given quantities है आपके. Okay, and you are supposed to find out chromatic aberration. If you remember, अगर आपको याद होगा chromatic aberration क्या था. Chromatic aberration सिर्फ इतना ही था कि लेंस में से जब व्हाइट लाइट पास होगा, ये व्हाइट लाइट है, जो ब्लैक से बताया वो व्हाइट लाइट है, समझ लो आप. जब व्हाइट लाइट पास होगा तो रेड कलर कहीं और फोकस होगा, तो ये फोकल पॉइंट ऑफ रेड कलर है, और वॉयलेट कलर कहीं और फोकस होगा, तो ये फोकल पॉइंट ऑफ वॉयलेट कलर है. राइट. सो व्हाट इज क्रोमैटिक एबरेशन इज नथिंग बट chromatic aberration is nothing but the subtraction between these two. Okay, so you're supposed to find out chromatic aberration. So chromatic aberration मतलब होता है FV minus FR. राइट. फोकल लेंथ फॉर वॉयलेट माइनस फोकल लेंथ फॉर रेड कलर, ये आपको फाइंड करना है. ओके, सो दिस इज जस्ट, आई हैव जस्ट एक्सप्लेन द कॉन्सेप्ट. तो वॉयलेट कलर पहले फोकस होगा, रेड पहले फोकस होगा, दैट यू शुड नो बाय नाउ. बहुत इजी है, हमने किया है ये, तो यू शुड नो दिस. ओके, दिस इज व्हाट यू सपोज टू नो. नाउ व्हाट फॉर्मूला we will be needing to solve this question. So what formula we will need? First of all, we will want to find out focal length for both the colors. क्योंकि focal length लगेगा, तो हमको 1/f equal to mu minus 1 upon r1 minus 1 upon r2, ये हमको लगने वाला है for sure. Right, correct. So once you know this, then chromatic aberration is simply, FV minus FR. तो easy है. तो what I will do is, पहले मैं 1 upon FV निकाल लेता हूँ, that is mu v minus 1 upon R1 minus of minus 1 upon R2, क्योंकि मैंने यहाँ पे साइन कन्वेंशन यूज कर लिया है. ठीक है, so using sign convention, and you should remember now, you should remember why I am putting minus for R2 and not for R1. क्योंकि कॉन्वेक्स लेंस में जो सेकेंड सरफेस होता है, उस सेकेंड सरफेस का रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर वो होता है लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में, मतलब नेगेटिव साइड पे, इसलिए माइनस R2 होगा, R1 नेगेटिव नहीं होगा. तो यू शुड नो दिस बेसिक थिंग्स. तो 1 upon FV will be equal to mu v is 1.66 minus 1 upon R1 is 1/10, and this is minus of minus 15. So 1 upon FV is going to be 1.66 minus 1 is 0.66. ये आ गया आपका 1 upon 10 plus 1 upon 15. So that is 15 plus 10 upon 15 into 10. Okay, then 1 upon FV, 1 upon FV you will be getting 0.66. ये आ गया आपका 25 by 150 and this is 1 जा and 8 जा, right? तो 1 by 8 आ गया ये. तो आप जब FV फाइंड करोगे that is 8 upon 0.66 and that is equal to, if I am not wrong, it should be, just a minute, I am going to do it on calculator just to verify, so please you can use log tables to do that. तो आप log table से कर सकते हो 8 by 0.66, right? So it is turning out to be 12.12 for me, 12.12 for me. So I have to verify these answers. Yeah, why? Because it is 25 6 is 150. So this is the correction that we need to make. So yeah, so I'll just correct it over here. I'll write this all over again and I'll write this all over again. Yeah, so ये छोटा सा correction था. तो ये आ गया आपका 25 by 150, 1 जा 6 जा, so that is 6 upon 0.66. तो इसको solve कर लो. 6 by 0.66 is very simple task to do. 6 by 0.66 आप कर सकते हो. Okay, so it is pretty simple. तो ये आपको मिल जाएगा whatever the value of F you will be getting. Okay, so if I am correct over here, right, so what I will do is मैं इतना ही लिख के रखने वाला हूँ उसको. I'm not going to simplify it any further. 0.66 upon 6, yeah, this is what I'm going to do. And F, similarly you can find 1 by FR. 1 by FR is mu R minus 1, 1 by R1 minus of minus 1 by R2. तो अब ये इजी क्यों होगा, क्योंकि ये म्यू आर की वैल्यू 1.6 है -1, और ये ब्रैकेट जो है 1 बाय R1 प्लस 1 बाय R2, अभी हमने देखा ये 1 बाय 6 आता है, हमने सॉल्व करके रखा है. तो 0.6 अपॉन 6, तो एफ आर इज गोइंग टू बी इजी है, 6 अपॉन 0.6 है ना, 6 अपॉन 0.6, 1 जा 10 जा, सिंपल थिंग, 1 जा 0.11 जा. तो यू हैव 1 upon 0.11 and just 10. तो इन दोनों को subtract कर दो, तो you will find chromatic aberration. So your answer should be 10 by 11 because you can see it over here itself. तो ये आपका आ गया 100 by 11 basically, और ये है 10. So you just have to subtract these two. You have to subtract and you will find the value of chromatic aberration. Okay, so I'll leave it as an exercise for you. FR minus FV या FV minus FR क्या करोगे, that you have to think. मैंने इसलिए डायग्राम ड्रॉ की थी. So it should be FR minus FV क्योंकि focal length for red is greater than focal length for violet. So just subtract it. Okay, do it for yourself. Easy task है. You have to do it for yourself. FR पता है 10 है, ये पता है 100 by 11 है. So this is 110 minus 100, 10 by 11. तो ये आपको 10 by 11 आंसर मिलेगा and you have 10 by 11 answer that is given to you. So it was a pretty simple task to solve this question. बहुत ही simple था ये. So it's simple. Then next question. A person uses spectacle of number 2. For example, my number is 2.5, but negative 2.5 of course. For reading, determine the range of magnifying power possible. It is concave or convex having curvature. Estimate that the other. Okay. So the idea is, first of all, that this part we have not taken because telescope and microscope it's deleted for this year, so you don't have this as a part of the syllabus. So unfortunately I will have to skip it. So जब JEE NEET में required रहेगा I will take that. Now it is not required. Okay, yeah. So वापस से last question is also not part of your syllabus. Focal power of compound microscope skipped for this year. So this marks the end of your chapter for optics. Okay, so ray optics यहाँ पे खत्म हो जाता है हमारा. So I will be taking lectures post Deepavali now. So this is going to be the final lectures pre Deepavali for state board. So wishing you a very happy festival time and a very happy Deepavali.